Welcome to the One Shot Wonderarium. I am your host, Tony, and I've got some amazing folks here with me today, and I'll let them introduce themselves. This is one of the rare games that I am not the storyteller, I am not the GM, but we'll get to that here in a second. So I'm very, very excited. Let's start on the top left of our screen here. Mika, who are you? And what are you excited about today?
Oh, hey, hi. I'm Mika. I do things. You can see me around. You can find me places. Specifically, roll d5. And I'm excited to devour a human today.
Ooh. Morgan, who are you, and what are you excited about today?
Hi, I am Morgan. I am not places, and you can only find me when you're not looking. And today I am excited to be weird and upsetting.
Yes, you can also find Morgan by whispering into the dark space right behind a dumpster. That tends to get through to them. So, Adi, who are you, and what are you excited about today?
Hello, folks. I am Adi MK from the south of India. I do a bunch of different things. You can find me online on Pancer's Tables, where I do DM a Blades in the Dark long-form game campaign, and I do lots of other stuff on the internet. But now I am here, and I am excited that there is no choice in the matter of whether or not we're doing a dark campaign. And I am here for it.
Oh, absolutely.
Let the Lord speak.
Yes. And then, last but nowhere near least, Calliope, who are you? What are you excited about today? And then, when you're done with that, what game are we playing, and how do we play?
So hello, I'm Calliope, and I am a middle school teacher and role-playing game academic, and you can find me at Tabletop EDU. And I enjoy sort of being delighted about tabletop role-playing games, but today we have no room for delight because we are playing To Serve Her Wintry Hunger by Cavalry Games. This is my most favorite game. And so it's by Stephen Dewey. And it is a really cool, weird little game where I'm going to be asking our players questions and we're going to be rolling dice. In each round, they start out in round 1 looking for a 1. In round 2, they're looking for a 2. But in each round, we get less and less dice. So the stakes get higher. And this is kind of a winter in the middle of summer. So I hope everybody brought their mint. Before we get started, we're going to set the scene with a little description that comes right out of the book. Yukiona is a spirit of the wintry solstice winds. It is said by those mortals who have claimed to see her that she appears on snowy nights as a tall, ethereal, and entrancing woman with long black hair and faint blue lips. Her skin is pale, inhumanly so, and at times she stands nearly transparent. She is often garbed in a wintry white kimono and leaves no footprints in the snow. None have seen her feed but her victims, those wanderers unlucky enough to lose their way in her swirling blizzard, are found as pale and blue and icebound as she is said to be. Her winter woods are abandoned, save for foolhardy beasts and obedient foliage. Though no mortals make their homes within her forest, travel through her trees is far from rare, since many villages border her domain and humans are far from wise. May the crocuses never bloom, for you have work to do. The winter has come and you live to serve. Yukiona hungers and she has called upon you, her spirits of snow, to gather sustenance for her. She has summoned forth a terrible storm and cast you out within it. Hunt, harry, and capture a lone wandering mortal who has become lost in the winter woods and swirling blizzard. Your task is plain. Gather up this strayed soul and bring them before her icebound live train feasted upon by your ineffable and voracious mistress, as all will inevitably be. Yukiona is said to take on many forms. Her spirits, too, are shifting and unbound beings. Some will say they're nothing more than the icy, deadly winter storm, their knives only exposure and their incantations merely frostbite and frozen breath. And yet others will claim that they are true and wicked beings, tireless in their pursuit and wielding a merciless intellect as sharp as their blades. The truth of things, well, that will be yours to discover. So, to tell this tale, I will be asking questions. This is a story told through questions, and I will ask them and you will answer them. Through this process, we will tell the tale of our hunt. And when the true hunt begins, I will be the only questions. But first, we must learn a bit about each other. And as such, I may permit you to ask each other questions. Don't get used to it. We'll begin. Who has claimed the token of flame?
This guy.
Flame. You're the only fire burning in Yukiona's forest, ice blue and eternal. She often keeps you near. You are her favorite, of course. Answer these questions and any others the spirits will ask of you. Yukiona captured your heart. Where does she hide it away for safekeeping?
I think Yukiona is very blatant that she has it, and she wears it as a necklace that she keeps tucked under her wintry garb. And sometimes it glows faintly, so I can tell that it's there.
We
And
can still see it through her kimono.
Yes.
Where does she keep you in her icebound castle? Where does she like to look upon the dance of your sapphire flames?
Ooh. In the dining room, because one must always have something sensational to watch while they devour human flesh.
Finally, Yukiona consumes every thought in your mind. She feasts upon them. She hungers. Why have your thoughts failed to satiate her?
Oh, because I think they're super boring. I'm sure she gets this all the time, like, oh, worship me, etc., etc., and because that's all I think about, she's like, oh god, that's so boring. Have an original thought once in a while, won't you?
When will you cease to love her?
When she takes off the necklace that is my heart.
We will have to see if that will come to pass.
Oh boy.
When all of our questions have... You may each ask one question of Flame. But Hunger, you may begin if you choose.
Would we know of this necklace?
Yes.
Oh. I don't
There
like
are-
that question.
Yukiona would not choose to hide such a vulnerability of another.
Delicious.
Oh boy. I'm scared in the best way possible.
Cold?
Which of the other spirits do you hold the most animosity for?
Cold. No, that's a lie. Not Cold. I think he feels superior to Cold because he is warmth. He is flame. So, probably Hunger, because, flame needs lots of fuel in order to stay alive. And Flame despises Hunger for that.
Is there a visual indicator to what hunger looks like? Because I had an amazing picture of hunger drawn up in my head.
Ooh,
Hunger, you are not to speak. This is Flame's turn. Flame is the favored. You will
Flame
speak
looks like...
when Flame is finished.
Yeah, Flame, I think, looks like a hare. A jackrabbit. With fiery ears, fiery fur, and and eyes that will haunt you, peer into your soul and burn it to a crisp. Yeah.
Fear, is there something that you would wish to add?
Other than your contempt for hunger, what are your interactions with the other spirits like? What is the temperature of those, so to speak?
Well, I mean, the temperature with cold is cold. I definitely feel superior. And then when it comes to fear, pretty indifferent. Just tolerates fear. Like, actually, no. It's a Flame likes fear because Flame wants to produce fear in others, and so Flame's like, we work hand in hand. Yeah.
Flame, as you are her favorite, you may claim Yukiona's first and greatest token of favor. Beloved Flame. Hunger, Yukiona has granted you a generous gift. She has bestowed upon you the same glorious, undying hunger she herself can never escape. Answer these questions and any others the spirit may ask of you. Which of your fellow spirits did you betray for Yukiona to grant you such a rare and prize?
Would they know they're listening to my reply, right?
I think that there are no secrets, truly, for any
Right.
length of time in the court of Yukiona. You have been together for a very long time.
Mm-hmm. I would have just smiled, Hunger is a 7-foot scarecrow, essentially, that has a straitjacket that is wrapped around the front and wraps of muslin cloth that are tied around that have started streaking off in torn wisps of whirling cloth that moves with intent. The face is emasculated, hollow eyes, and the mouth is covered with a Hannibal Lecter kind of mask. And you have never seen Hunger's hands because they're always moving under there. And it is the cloth ends that bloodied and sway and swirl around her that are her limbs. And she gives a devilish kind of and the smile cracks between even the mask as she looks looks at Flame.
Mistress, you already be knowing that the mind is weak. He need not be deserving your love, your frigidity. I work for all of us.
And as ever, the growl that emits from his bowels is primal.
All right, we have our first tech issue here. where
Oh shit!
our storyteller has apparently lost power really quickly. So
Oh no!
we're going to.
No
I think
worries.
because
Fair.
it's not part of the initial questions, it could be a good thing to do physical descriptions in this space, and we can sort of reiterate them when our storyteller is back. But it seems like the questions are mostly more personality based for each of these spirits. So we can keep stuff moving, I think, for just a second here. And if they're not back at that point, we'll take a quick break and get them back up and running. So I think I am actually next for a physical description. I know you're in the middle of answering your questions here. But there we go. The actual visuals just messed. So actually, we're gonna just take a quick break here while I get visuals fixed, so that it's not an eyesore for everybody. We'll be right back, y'all. And we're back. Technical difficulties out of the way for now.
Hi.
Hello.
Which of your fellow spirits did you betray for Yukiona to give you such a rare and envious prize?
Hunger stalks down, squatting. These are actually its legs because its hands are still tied up against its chest in the straitjacket. And it leers down and with a smile that splits its mouth that even peeks out from behind the mask that muzzles it. They look at Flame.
The rabbit. It is freak. It doesn't deserve. It deserves not, mistress. Your frigidity is beyond it.
Then perhaps you should do a better job so you will become the favorite of Yukiona. Your hunger, unending, as Yukiona has given you. You hunger like she does, but your will is weak. Unbeknownst to her, you have found something to slake your hunger and feed your undying appetite. What is it?
No one knows. But when I was going on one of my little walks in the woods, I saw the corpse of the first great elk rotting. And me just sat down and started munching and down.
It is a dangerous game you play to hide secrets from Yukiona. You have told one of your fellow spirits about your hidden feasting. Who of them were you foolish enough to tell it?
It is not foolish to tell something that comes from you. It is fear. Fear knows.
No one believes anything Fear says anyway.
I wonder why.
Yukiona whispers secrets to you and no others in her winter winds. What few words can you make out? What secrets does Yukiona have for only hunger?
It grows strong, too strong.
Flame, hunger
Yes.
is nipping at your heels at all times. Do you have any questions for hunger?
Yeah. Besides the fact that Flame is Yukiona's favorite, is there another reason that you don't like Flame?
Not for a small thing like me to be judging what a spirit of the Lady of the Endless Drift in snow. But you are a rabbit. That does not work. Branding.
Cold.
What is the one thing that you believe may satiate your hunger? And we may have just lost power on our storyteller again. So keep going for the second, and when we lose visuals, we'll kick back to break here real quick.
Shit. What is the question again? God damn it.
Or do we want to toss to break really quickly again here? Because I've got the question held, but I don't know if our storyteller needs this information. Yep, and there it goes. We'll be right back again. Let's see y'all in a sec. And we're back from technical difficulties once more. So the question from Cold was, what does hunger believe that it could eat in this entire world that would finally satiate it?
The last string of time.
Fear.
When you found the elk, your deep, dark secret, were you looking for it?
No. In complete honesty.
Chance brought that experience and washed it on me shore. I just lapped it up.
I wonder how it is that Fear came to be the one. I wonder if Fear saw you, or how Fear came to be the one that knew of that experience.
Not like little fear can coerce me. I told. It told.
Cold. Yukiona has never forgiven you for the human you failed to capture many storms ago. As a fitting punishment, she denies you the treasured warmth of the blizzard's embrace, leaving you shivering in the pale sunlight. Answer these questions and any others the spirits will ask of you. Did you set the human free? Or did you end their life before Yukiona could feast upon them?
I sucked the warmth from their very bones.
What was it that the human told you? What was it they said to you, foolish spirit, which would give you the chance for this to occur?
They said they knew Yuki's heart, and that it would never be enough.
Unbeknownst to Yukiona, you have been stealing warmth from the blood of your kills. What was the first prey from whom you siphoned comfort? What had you killed?
I have killed many things. At the first were small, quiet things that no one thinks about. The little plants that start to peek through the snow. And the beasts that feast upon their green tips.
This is a dangerous game you play. Which of your many knives is your favorite? And what did you craft it of, and how have you named it?
My favorite knife is... It is one made of the lavender of obsidian. Something that once was hot and raging, but has been cooled to the sharp viciousness of cold itself. And I call it my son.
Flame, Hunger, Fear. You may each ask another question. Flame, of course, will go first as the favored. Hunger, you will wait.
Yes, mistress.
If given the opportunity... Oh, this might be a silly question, but if given the opportunity, Cold, would you stab any of the others in the back with your obsidian blade without question?
In a heartbeat.
Not that Flame would know anything about that. Hunger.
In which direction has the itch been calling you, soul brother?
Let me clarify. You said in which direction has the what?
itch been calling
Oh,
you,
yes, the
soul
itch.
brother?
Itch. The itch has been calling me to spread, to blanket all that is known, and freeze it in place.
As the true cardinals of the wild hunt, because the first guy is too busy doing his first guy shit, and the last guy is too busy being an afterthought, we both start doing the call of the night hunt of the Yukiana, a hunt which we have quartermastered for centuries.
Be careful, Hunger. Cold is right behind you.
You can hear Cold behind you because while Cold does not have as much of a physical presence as the two other spirits in front, they are more a mishmash of hail and snow and clinking ice crystals. They are always preceded by the sound of chattering teeth.
Me knows about gnashing teeth. That's a part of me. Me trust cold. Yeah.
Fear, do you have anything to add to this? Or shall we talk about you?
Of Cold's companions, the other servants, which do you suspect most is working to sabotage you in her favor?
It is most obvious that the one restricting the warmth that would be otherwise given to me is the one that is trying to hold me down. Flame has kept me laid low for longer than it deserves. And it will be delicious in its time.
Fear. Yukiona has left a single memory intact when she first stole you away. It is enough to fear her. So you will answer these questions. The flowers that you remember from your time alive in the village, can you describe them?
So long ago. It's difficult. But they were white. And they grew only in gardens, only close to life and warmth and care.
Why is it, do you think, that Yukiona will still allow you to dream?
Dreams are where the world of the tangible most closely interacts with the world of the intangible, and that is where I do most of my work.
Speaking of that, you have found a way to free your fellow spirits, should you choose. But at what great personal sacrifice?
If I were to do that, if I were to free the spirits, it would tear me apart at the seams. Not my physical being that barely exists conceptually as it is. The existence of me would cease. The concept of me would not only stop, it would have never been. I would be undone.
Why do you continue feeding this monster fear? Are you too weak, or are you simply a coward?
Both.
Fear, you are a sad and pathetic little spirit. This is not a question. You deserve no further questions. You may sit quietly. There is much yet to be done. And now that we have introduced our 4 spirits, we will begin our hunt. The hunt will be complete when everyone has created a 6-pointed snowflake, which will be represented with our 6 rounds. And if we cannot all complete our snowflakes, then the task will not be done. It is important that Yukiona is fed because she hungers at all times. It is also important that you become the most favored that you can. Think of both of these things as we move forward. Yukiona hungers, and a human has become lost in her storm, and she has sent you to tempt them, to temper them with ice, to bring them forward for her consumption. To achieve this, you must hunt the human down, capture them alive, and commit them to the frost, and this is no easy task. Each spirit will need to construct and call upon the power of their single perfect flake of snow. The faster you build this collection in relation to your fellow spirits, the more aptitude you will display in the hunt. Let us begin. If the hunt is successful, Yukiona will look most fondly upon the spirits who have the least pity and are the most competent. But if the hunt is unsuccessful, Yukiona will look most fondly upon the spirits who have the most pity. The hunt was lost, but at least the spirits showed the humility to try and succeed, even at the cost of their own pride. All will be punished, but they will be punished the least. The questions that follow and the answers that you will give will weave the tale of this hunt. Every time you claim the appropriate die, you will tell a bit of the story. Let us begin. So we will begin by rolling all 6 of our die, and you are looking for a 1. If all of you get a 1 at the same time, we will begin in order of the most favored and end with the least favored.
Ooh, yes.
Oh,
Already got myself
we
a
have to
one.
roll all. We have to roll all of the dice, is it?
You will roll
Yes.
all 6 dice, yes.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And if you have achieved a 1, you may put it in your
Let's go.
keepsake space.
The
All
human does not
spirits
stand a chance.
have begun. So we will ask the favored flame the first question. You will speak of the blizzard raging. Speak of the howling winds and how they carry you aloft. Did someone teach you to fly? Or does the wind owe you a debt, Flame?
Nobody taught Flame. Flame learned this on his own, as Flame rides these winds without any thankfulness, without any acknowledgement of the wind, because Flame is the favorite. Flame can do what it wants.
Hunger. Speak of the snow and how it shifts and twists. What do you say, in shout or in whisper, to the snowflakes as you charge through them towards the human?
No, mistress. The snow has not been that kind already. Right now, we want to touch all that he is, all that he ever will be. all that he might possibly dream of. As the soft snow binds on his body, weighing his every step down into ground that thickens with every step. Every little snowflake that reaches his ears. Speak of it voices of daughters that he never seen. Because I ate them in their brains, in their wombs, in their souls.
Cold. Speak of the icy chill of winter and how it claws and cuts into you. Do you embrace this biting cold or flee from it in terror?
The pain is what fuels me. It is the impartation of my energy, my will, and my want. In the winds around cold itself as I travel, those that have sight outside of that of the mere mortals see the wind and the snow turn a light ultraviolet purple as it is super cooled around me, fueled by both of our pains.
Foolish spirit. Fear. How were you managed to be turned around by the blizzard swirling?
In a blizzard, there's no direction. There's only where you are and where you aren't. The lack of light and the presence of light, they're all the same with snow blowing. And without solid physical form, forward is a nebulous concept. And one might normally depend on their companions to guide them, to keep them steady in such an environment, but fear has no such luxury.
You will have that condescension, though, because as you get turned around in the wind, a foot comes and kind of ballet wraps around your skull and turns you back in the direction. Can't have you getting lost in a little squall like this one. Little one. And that is my pity.
Well, let's just clarify. That's flavor pity. There is actually mechanical pity as well.
I
So for the audience at home,
I love it.
This
I love
is
it.
flavor pity. This is just the general being of things. So
Hey,
now we will move.
did I get a notch? Did I get a notch in my table or not? Because
We will.
I don't know if Tony told you, but I am somewhat infamous for my hustling. I apologize. I will stop if it is too much.
It is in the nature of these winter spirits to always be hustling.
I am greedy. I'm hungry.
The blizzard rages on, and in the second round we will speak of the woods, vast. Each one of you spirits will now roll to see if you can get a 2.
The ballerina foot will kind of like adjust your clothing and tap you on the shoulder, on the back of your shoulder.
Oh, thank goodness.
Cold.
Oh, let's go.
Okay. So we will answer these questions, and then we will come back to you, Cold. Flame, as the first, the forest opens a shortcut before you, and soon your strides cover miles. Do you grant the trees some offer of token of thanks, or do you scorn and curse them as you pass?
Flame's offer of thanks is to not burn them down.
Oh, oh.
In a storm
But-
like this, is that thanks at all?
What kind?
That just
Might be a silly question. What kind of trees are they?
It is not clear. I would imagine that they are probably
Pine.
evergreen, coniferous
All right.
types, right? That they clearly wouldn't be like palm trees.
So
But
Flames
maybe there are
thanks.
shapes. Maybe there are shapes of bodies wrapped into the trunk.
maybe. I think Flame's thanks is to burn away the fallen pine needles to keep everything clean and at the same time keep the trees a little warm with the absence of the sun. For the trees, in a sense, help hide Flame, hide the hair until it's ready to strike.
Careful, Flame. That almost sounded like you've had a heart. Hunger. Speak of the deep frozen roots and tall, barren canopies above. Do you stick to the game trails in your hunt, and sail through the underbrush, or do you soar through the tall branches?
A whirling kaleidoscope of janky movement that is partly lunge, squat, thrusts up, and movement that is only hearkened by the rustling of cloth that comes and wraps around distant branch, pulling this janky figure on the top of the canopy.
Fear. Speak of the foolhardy beasts and how they mark your passing. Do they join you in the chase, or do they hide away?
My path is marked not in the presence of creatures, but in their absence. It's like they can feel me coming. Silence in the woods marks my path. No birds, no creatures. I carve a path through the woods, notable in its absence.
Mechanically, what we'll be doing next is moving on to the third round. And if none of you have pity to give, looking at these dice, no one has an extra 2 that they could give to Cold. So as we move into the third round, you will all be looking for a 3, except for Cold, who will be looking for a 2. But if you don't get the 3, then the next time we roll dice, you'll be looking for the 3 again. Come with me on this journey. The blizzard rages on. When you claim your 3, you will speak of the hunt, unceasing. Let us roll.
Oh no!
Oh, let's go!
I notice, Fear, you have a 2. Oh, you've gotten your 2. That's good.
Yes.
So you have an extra. Let's see. So, first, Hunger.
Yes, mistress.
Speak of how you lead the pursuit. What war cry do you shout into the wintry storm?
It is not a war cry. It is something far more primal. It is the beat that accompanies every wolf pack that has hunted from the dawn of time till now. It is a moving concerto of hunting intent, and a howl rips from its throat.
Fear. How unexpected to see you coming forward in the chase. So it is time to speak of the human. The human's trail, nearly lost beneath the snow, but you deftly find it. Do they leave behind a path of footprints or something else in their wake which allows this?
There are footprints. They disappear quickly in the blizzard, but they're there for a moment. What's left behind, easier to follow, is a stench. Stench of humanity, of feeling, of emotion, fear, love, all of the human things. You can almost taste them on the wind as you follow.
Cold, so nice of you to join us. Speak of the labyrinth of brush and evergreen that gives Yukiona's woods such dense and wild shape. Why did you almost lose your way? Why have you forgotten her wintry paths?
The evergreens and the hedges provide such good little cover for many little things and small things. But there is a tradition upon this path, a traditional route that Cold must take, and Cold is the only one who knows the way. It is obscured on purpose, and sometimes even Cold does not know the way. But my son helps guide me when I am lost. And so no worries, I will make it back. But the evergreens grow closer.
And the blizzard rages on. We will now roll again.
DM, sorry.
Yes.
How would I refer to you in this game? My frigid icicleness.
My frigid icicleness is perfect.
Perfect. So I did roll a 3. I have an addition. I do have an additional 3.
Both fear and hunger have an additional 3.
Oh. You may offer them to either of the other two if you choose, and they may choose to accept, and you may make whatever deal you wish.
I respect me, and Cole knows me respect him too much for me to pity. So I will throw it at Flame. Catch.
Flame,
Little
would you
tadpole.
accept this?
Begrudgingly, yes. Because even the flame feels hunger and needs kindling. And
So
does
no
not-
little tadpole that you will squirm how I want one time.
I will accept for Yukiona and will swallow my own pride. Let it feed me.
At least your artifice seems sharper than your brain.
So, Flame, as the third, what help? So, what help have you given Hunger that has allowed for Flame to move forward in the hunt? What did you do?
What did I do? The blue flame has been getting more and more orange with hubris. So I throw the realization that is disappointment and judgment in an epic tisk 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 that rattles every bone in its entity.
So, Flame, now that you have focused back in and remember your true mission, you have found a treasure that the human has lost upon their journey. What is this treasure?
Ooh. A handmade scarf. A handmade scarf belonging to a gift from a lover. And nom nom, it fuels me. It burns quickly.
Sweet Asina.
Now, Hunger, as the purveyor of pity for Flame, would you choose to overtake Flame in Yukiona's estimation?
I think Hunger will look at Flame as they're running, just as they're all running. Its eyes don't leave Flame's. And there's just this out there grin that is just building on its face. It is looking at you. What is the question that was asked to me again, DM? Sorry, I apologize. I was a little lost in the moment.
I love this. Mechanically, at the end of the game, the spirit who is the most in
Oh yes. Sorry,
favor
I got it.
And
got
has
it.
the
I
least
got
amount
it.
of pity, which is for the audience too. The spirit that has the most estimation and is the favored and has the least amount of pity will be the most favored overall. Will win the most if you win. However, if you fail to capture the human, then whoever has the highest estimation and the least amount of pity will be punished the most severely. So, right now, there's Flame ahead of you to take the worst punishment if you fail, but claim the most credit if you succeed. Would you choose to switch places with him? You'll still remain the same character. You'll just have gone up in Yukiona's estimation.
I'll
Me will let him keep this illusion. His Dilulu be strong, let it be stronger. When it be flame stand to shine, then me will pull the rug out from under his feet.
Okay. Here, it looks like you have a 3 that you could give to Cold as pity if you so choose and it is accepted. Would you choose to give pity to Cold?
I would offer it, yes.
Cold.
Cold holds to the old way. The ways of each their own. And in this old path that made them lost a little ways, I think they have passed the remnants of one who used to hold their mantle of the old cold. And it reminds them, do not take pity, for sometimes it is sharper than the knife in your back.
This is a good lesson to be learned. This is a good lesson to be learned from one who allowed a human to escape in the past. Perhaps due to pity or not of their own. It is a good lesson for you to have learned, Cold. Let us roll.
So because I was given pity, do I still remove one of the dice from my pool then?
You do.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
Yes.
Okay. So, make sure I've got this right, because the dice roller, I'm getting a little mixed up on myself.
Yeah.
So, Flame got the
Here.
4.
If we set the dice that we got right beside until the results
That
are
would be very
solidified,
helpful.
that might help. So I've set this 3 out to the right here.
Great.
Oh,
Okay.
there we go.
Flame.
Which, Adi, that was your 3 from last round, right?
Yeah.
So that would be on top now, because it's only this round's
Oh,
results.
I thought we were pulling all of the things out.
No, this is just if you made your dice this round.
That has to be
Right.
used.
Oh,
Got it.
flex in my face. Okay, right. Oh, nice. It's flex, subtly done.
Gold is not far behind, Hugger.
You smell
When you
nice.
claim your 4, you will speak of the human lost. Flame. Speak of the
Yes.
fire they tried and failed to build. Does the kindling crumble? Are the flames ripped away by the winter winds? Speak of how their fire dies.
The flame is ripped away by the wind. The wind angry at this flame's unthankful nature. And though they cannot put me out, they put out any other semblance of a fire.
Fear. What is waiting for the human? At home, what do they feel slipping away?
Home is warmth, it's light, it's love. There's food in the larder, and there's, some small companion animal or another that would be so excited to see them walk through the door. There's a person there who loves them deeply, warmly. There was an argument when they saw them last, but it wasn't something important. It was the kind of argument that you have with somebody that you've known for your entire life. And every moment that they're away from their home, the more distant it all feels, the more difficult it is to recall what that warmth feels like, sitting here in this blizzard, struggling to light a fire in the cold and the dark, with the shadows creeping in from the edges of the trees. It all almost feels like it couldn't possibly exist. Not for real, sitting in this forest.
Morgan, that I that was the first time I've ever had an emotional damage boner. I don't know how else to describe that. Like,
It was
what
beautiful.
the hell? So
It was
good.
beautiful.
So good.
I'm glad you said that out loud because I had the exact same reaction.
I
hate
I
it. It's
I,
so
I am a
good.
bit shameless. I apologize. I say things.
Gorgeous.
But dude, oh shit.
Every now and again, I get to let my like horror prose
I mean-
flag fly.
Mhm.
I mean, yo, that was beautiful. Beautiful.
Okay, Tony, time to follow up on that. Why were you left behind? Nearly by the other spirits? Do they distrust you? Do they fear you? Do they mock you in your victory? You chose not to take their pity. Why? What is your relationship with these other spirits?
I chose not to take their pity, and they left me behind. And it is because it is what our frigid queen desires of us. This is why she keeps us around. It is not just to do her bidding, but to watch us fight, to watch us squabble, to watch us eat each other alive and leave each other for dead. We are more than just tools. We are playthings. And Cold knows this deep, deep in the crystalline atomic structure that they hold. That sometimes you must sacrifice the mission to give Yuki what she wants.
It is good that you are finally learning your place. The blizzard rages on. Is there anything else that we can do this
Yes.
round?
I would like to give pity to hunger. From one voracious to another. I will help you get closer to feed, to both of us getting to feed. We get what we need. All I ask is in return that when I am in need, I can pull from your resources.
Brethren of our court, we stand shield brothers, shield brethren. You have my intent.
Good. We will feast again this day. I look forward to it.
Feast, brother.
So cold. Given that you have given pity to hunger, would
So
you take this place?
I'll take the 4 then.
And I'll ask you a question in just a second.
So you'll take the 4, but I think it comes from your dice pool, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're still gonna pull one die out.
Because
So you should
otherwise
have
we
two
fail
dice.
this mission because I can't roll 6.
Right.
Right.
Because you're not
Right,
physically
fair.
capable.
Yeah.
Fair. Sorry. Actually,
So
give me 2 minutes. I'll be right back. I just need to take a quick break to fill my water and come back.
Yeah, we can take a quick bio break for everybody, actually. This feels like a great time
Yeah.
to do it. So we'll be right back, y'all.
Sweet. All right. Awesome.
Welcome back to the One Shot Wonderarium. We are halfway through our game of To Serve Her Wintry Hunger with our storyteller, our spirit in charge, our frozen mistress Calliope here,
That's
frozen queen.
Ice, ice, baby.
Ice
Hell yeah.
indeed.
Okay, so you are Hunger.
Mhm.
Speak of the hollow ache inside the stomach of the human. What do they remember of their last meal?
Their last meal was had scrambled, running. It was 3-day-old bread that they still treasured like marmalade over fresh wheat bread. The fungus was starting to grow in. It did not matter. Sometimes hunger blinds you.
The winter is long and it is hard to get food. The blizzard rages on. And
So
it is
then-
time to roll.
Quick thing though, storyteller, I hustled for him being poisoned himself with having eaten bad mushrooms. So just trying to put that there.
Do you think that is why the human does not feels very separated from everyone else and cannot start a fire? They have given themselves that wheat poison. What is that called?
They're somewhere else.
Ergot?
They're somewhere
Something
else.
like that?
They're somewhere else. Yes. Oh God. Yep.
Yes. I live very close, relatively to the Salem witch trials. So we're big fans
Oh.
of Ergot here. So.
Nice.
But all right. So it is time. The blizzard rages on. It is time to move in closer to our prey. We found them. They are unable to start a fire. They are missing their family, feeling that regret, feeling apart, forgetting if that even was real or if all they've ever done is sit here in this cold and hunger. And now we will look for a 5.
Come on, baby.
Or a 4.
Off.
Am
So
I the one who got a 5?
you are.
Yeah.
Suck it. Ah.
All right. And on the winds, you hear the howl of Suck It. Suck it. This seems like a good time to point out a mechanic we've not yet used. While the spirits wield vicious power, even they may fail a hunt. You must be ready for this to pass, even in your charming wickedness. If no spirits claim a die, we will say, still the human has hope. If this happens 2 rounds in a row, it becomes more dire. And if by the time there are 4 in a row that no one has claimed to die, not even in pity, the human will be lost to you. If at any point in this process even 1 die is claimed by a spirit, this resets the count. Okay? So it is now going to become more important and strategic for you to consider assisting each other. But today, the camera turns back to Flame, the most beloved of Yukiona, and perhaps for the first time we see why. As Flame appears and gets closer to our quarry. Speak of how the blizzard itself responds as you near your quarry, Flame. Does the storm fall silent, or does it grow even more wild with your approach?
The storm grows silent. It's quiet. Too quiet, almost peaceful for the human. And away they see a hair, a flame. And they walk towards it, but then the flame is elsewhere. It moves. Always just out of reach. With a maddening silence adding to the surrealness of the situation.
The music was just fucking spot on the whole.
But you are alone. You look and the other spirits are not with you. Fear. You could give pity to Cold, should you choose. Do you choose to do so?
I offered once. It was rejected. I would need to be pressed to offer again.
Pressed you will not be.
Then the blizzard rages on, and we will roll again.
Come on, you motherfucker.
There is perhaps a reason that Flame remains the favorite of Yukiona. Today may not be that day for you, Hugger. Although you hugger for
Oh shit!
power.
Oh shit!
Once again on the wind you hear, "Suck it."
I think a curled ballerina foot would reach out to Cold with a quivering kind of soul.
Brother. The antitil falls, and Our Lady will eat us, or eat the world. Help me.
I know that now's not the time to give pity, but I don't know if we can break from structure for this or not.
Why structure? You already took the 5, right?
Well, you have the 4, he has the 5. You could give him the 5 and give him some extra pity. Then he'd have 2 pity. And if you wished, you could switch places with him.
Yes.
I mean, that's the potential strategy move.
It is.
Especially since he still owes you one.
Yeah. Well, and that is, I think, what I'm going to do. However, what I would like to do in the quiet moments between is say, Fear, I know you are often forgotten. I have been made offers, and I can only help one. I am willing, if you are. But the deal must be good. What is it
Paid.
worth?
from you is never freely given. What would you ask of me?
I would ask of your help.
Are they having this conversation secretly, by the way? Actually.
There is.
Hunger's too busy being upset that the wind keeps saying "suck it," and while Hunger's stomping around with big "suck it" stomp feet, and Flame is just sitting there like screwing around with the human. They're having a private moment.
There is not much that you can gift to me that I would hold dear enough. But I think that having... Sorry. The bird keeps just not deciding whether she wants to be on my shoulder or on her perch.
But she's giving looks. She's giving very
good looks, but I'm thinking that I got
look.
a bird wing to the face there a minute ago, so she's like, no. I think that the next time that I need an offer, I would ask that it comes with no strings.
Fear has many vices. Ambition has never been said to be among them. However, it has tried and failed for ages to forge a back and forth kind of relationship with cold of the sort that it has with both Flame and Hunger. And now seems to be the moment to build those roads, so I will accept your pity.
Okay.
As before you do that, though, if you would allow it, storyteller, you will feel what is like the drumming of dead remains of nails tapping against the inner scrapings of a leather jacket as Morse code kind of plays itself on your spine. And
Brethren, the favored child owes me his position. Just let him know.
I may be the least favorite. But don't get confused. Don't think that you can threaten fear. I will take the pity.
Okay.
Right now, Flame is overexcited. Like the suck it going on the wind. Flame is continuing to hop around maniacally.
he's teabagging. That's what he's doing.
Yes, that's exactly what Flame's doing.
If the human is to be lost, it is not because of you. Today, Flame.
Damn
You
it.
will hope that their petty squabbles are not enough to derail you. So
Stop sucking it
So-
and get your
so-
shit together.
yes. Fear
Oh, don't take that tone with me.
You. Okay, so Fear. Speak of the blades that you unsheath. Do the humans catch a glimpse of them through the trees? Do they fear death? And do they fear you?
Fear has no consistent form in the way that flame and hunger choose to take. Fear is a shadow that looms at the edges of the vision. The blade is whatever the human can conceptualize of in their tiny, tiny human mind. They're from a farming community. It might be a scythe. Do they fear me? Do they fear death? When I'm close, fear is all they know.
Cold.
Yeah.
Speak of how the wind cuts like knives through them and how they feebly attempt to resist the embrace of your knives.
The wind comes at them, but it does not just carry itself. The danger of snow and ice in this wind is that if it gets warm, it melts and seeps into your very core. As the elements and the blizzard attack the human, bits of ice and snow start to gather and fall down the neck of their warm clothes, starting to soak them from the inside.
If only they still had that scarf.
Exactly. Both the memories and the cloth would help keep them warm. But alas, they have fled too quickly. And now, their heat bleeds quickly too.
The prey is in reach, and the blizzard rages on.
I will try to cut through the wizard with a bursting of the nearest hillock. I pounce into the air and let out an "Ow!"
Oh,
Drama queen.
Flame! What is the last hope you dangle in front of the human? What illusion of safety will you weave for them? While you wait for the other, slower, less favorites.
The illusion of warmth, that there is a chance, if they're quick enough, to make it to the flame before it hops away. It is there, just barely out of reach. Safety, salvation is just right there.
The blizzard rages on. It is time for the others to catch up. Go ahead and roll. Hunger, cold, and fear.
Ah, fuck. Wait, power cut. Holy shit. Okay. My thing might go off in a bit, but let's see.
okay.
Ha ha ha!
Here's the question. Can I call on my favor of hunger now?
You certainly can.
Hunger.
Hunger is running at the front of the pack. She's a wolf. She's too busy hunting. to give in to order or civilization or anything beyond instinct. And
So that's a no.
you'll hear a snap of, you should have helped me the second time, biatch.
Twice as two.
Okay.
And now you're 2 pities and still back. Tisk.
So, Hunger, speak of what you whisper to the prey. Do you tell them truths, mock them with taunts, or make wicked promises?
I tell them only the absolute truth. That the Lulu that they had, that their family was in fact alive, was wrong, because his little daughter was its lady's little mince pies in the afternoon, and successive members of the family were other courses of the afternoon meal. So Hunger is just like has a long serrated nail that looks sharp enough to garrote something and is tracing lines on it.
This where we cut you for best quarter. Lean. No fat.
Fear. You have come to the place where the human is. And you will speak of your victory, certain, to the human. Why does the human stumble and fall?
There's a thing that happens in the human body when fear is close. Tracing its fingers along the back of the neck. Neurotransmitters in the brain go into overdrive. Adrenaline pumps through the veins. The human body becomes capable of things that would normally be unimaginable, but all rational thought gets put on the sidelines. A human becomes no more than the animals that they pretend that they are so much better than and removed from. And in that state, verging on panic, coordination becomes only how fast can you move. Vision closes in. The human forgets to look for signs of what might be under the snow. Tree roots are there. They're always there. The trees are not sentient to the point of taking a side in all of this. But in this moment of panic and fear being so close, it's almost as if the tree roots reach up, grab an ankle, take a side. And the side they choose is the side of the spirits.
And so, the blizzard rages on, and victory appears close. But we must wait for the other foolish spirits to stop their squabble and come to finish this important job for Yukiona. So, Hunger, and Cold, please roll.
Motherfuck. Now, do you want to pity me because this will help us with our overall goal? Or are you petty enough to make our mistress go hungry?
I think Tony here has some thought processes, some thoughts. Because if we go 2 rounds without getting a dice, we're done. So getting 2 in 1 round here limits it basically becomes a roll of chance on just me later.
Also, just because it hasn't come up yet, once there's only one person left, the rest of them can all roll 1 die.
Oh, okay, then yes. In that scenario, okay, cool.
Yeah. And so the other piece I would remind you of is you may choose or not choose to overtake Hunger's place as second in command. If you would chose not to do that the first time, but if you wish to, you may now.
And I will be choosing to do that this time.
That's what I think.
We both shall feed, but I would like to leave marks in flame. Sap their very veins for what they have done over and over and over to me. I can taste it. Together.
Our Scrabble can wait till after the hunt. Let us hunt, brethren.
And we shall.
Cold, won't it be delicious to be that much closer to Yukiona? Perhaps returned to a position of favor that you once had before? Cold, if you are the last, for a moment, you feel pity for the human, easily and foolishly trapped. Not this again. Speak of what you see in them that summons forth such pathetic sympathy. Do they beg or weep? Do you know them?
I think that Cold. I believe that this is the last of a group that has been lost in this land for a very long time, that Cold was once a part of. And so it has been very long, many lifetimes, since Cold took human form, so they do not know each other. But on a deep, almost genetic level, there is a recognition of these people that Cold was once a part of. It is the thing that both drives them and makes them falter, all at once.
It best be that Yukiona and the others do not see such pathetic sympathy from you, Cold. Especially not now that you have made such gains. Hunger, speak of this nose embrace. Speak of how your prey struggles to stand, but knows they may never stand again.
Sorry, was that to me?
It was.
Sorry,
Because you,
what? Okay.
because you have taken the pity, yes?
Yes.
And so the hunt continues, and you come into the clearing, and you see the prey, and you see flame and fear, and you see that it it has begun, and it is up to you and Cold to finish it and bring the hunt to a successful conclusion. As you see your prey, speak of the snow's embrace. How does your prey struggle to stand? But no, they will never stand again.
The figure is kind of trying to waddle away through snow that is like concrete thick and thigh deep. And as he tries to waddle away, there is as that figure is kind of crawling away from the camera, just streams of movement under the snow that go towards him, and then suddenly, as he tries to get a centimeter further, tendrils of cloth burst out through the snow and just wrap him and start pulling him into the snow, pulling him in such a way that there is bones move in ways that they should never be moved, and vocal cords achieve pitches that never thought possible.
One spirit remains to join the rest and complete the task ahead. The human has been cornered and is near capture. We must wait for Cold to come and finish the deal. So to help Cold, each one of you may reclaim one die to use to potentially create a situation where you can pity them.
Okay. Let's roll.
You may choose, Cold. I would remind you that you have 4 rounds in which to do this, and you are not required to take pity. Although you may.
Okay.
The blizzard rages on. The prey is cornered. What will happen next? Let's roll and see.
Nothing good.
Suddenly, the human has a moment of hope. And they remember that they are a person whose heritage has left them in this very valley for many, many years. Have they not been trained through story and experience their entire lives, and through the lives of many before them, to make it through terrible conditions such as this? And on their knees, they begin to think of perhaps they could create a snow cave, or perhaps they could light a fire after all. The human still has hope. And the blizzard rages on. So let's see if we can do any better.
Fuck. Oh!
Cold! Where are you, Cold? Flame has been here taunting them with the idea that they can create a fire.
Perfect
So,
fucking boy, little bastard.
Flame, do you choose to give pity
Do not even
to
offer.
Cold?
Oh. Would he necessarily have a choice? Would he necessarily have a choice in the matter?
Yes.
Flame offers it. Flame dims.
Oh.
Little by little. Cold, do not ruin this for us.
Sometimes the longest path gives the sweetest victory.
And sometimes
Hubris.
stubbornness fucks us all over.
And hubris just makes thee fall faster, brethren.
Do you smell the sweet air of freedom? because I do, for now. And it shall stay that way.
The flames roar, and the hair grows bigger. I will tell Yuki Onna of your insolence.
Tattle away, favorite.
And in the fight between the spirits, the clearing containing the human has the storm has shifted. It is calm, and the biting winds and the chill from before do not seem as terrible as they once were. The human's blood still burns hot, and the blizzard rages on. It is our third attempt to come to some sort of understanding with each other and finish what we have started. Let's roll. Oh, spirits. Oh, spirits. What will become of you if you do not bring home
Cold motherfucker.
this? If you do not bring home this human who was right there in your grasp, what will Yuki Onna say? You feel the human slipping away. You feel the inherent the cultural and genetic and lived experience of this person all coming to this one moment where they shake their heads, they are their mind is clearing, the ergots leaving their system. They find within their pocket a piece of dried beef jerky, and they eat it. And they stumble to their feet, and with the clarity of the blizzard abating, they look and suddenly know the path home. This is your last chance, spirits. If you do not capture this human, they know how to get home now. You can hear the rescue party coming to get them. Will you or will you not serve your mistress? Let's find out.
Hunger. I ask this of you. I have hated you twice. If you aid me without pity, flame falls, and we feast. I ask this of you.
As once it was, and twence again it shall be. We are brethren, shield, sibling. We fight together. And beyond.
Without pity.
So, are you or are you not letting the human escape?
Not letting
We are
him
not.
escape at all. Yeah. As he is just about to get out of the clearing and into the copse of wood that would lead him to his exfil. As he reaches there, paper shoots out of the snow, wrapping him into place, and the rest of it is stopped by Cold, who
I would love to give a moment, if we want to do all this together. I would like the final blow, if that is okay. If I can
Yeah, no,
I have something
what
that I want to finish this with.
Yes.
But I want to
that's
involve
what
everybody.
That's what okay.
So,
Yeah.
how this ends, when the scene is finished, as the last to do it, you will say, "And so the human was captured," and that is how we will know that the human is captured. So, if you please paint us a word story of how this is done, and we will know it is over when you say, "And so the human was captured."
Cold is, as they always have been, old. Maybe not loyal, but inflexible. Archaic in many ways. And they have been taking a path that they believe would cut things off. But it was slower than they expected. And so they have needed Hunger and the others to slow the human down just enough. And it is as Cold is approaching, you can hear the teeth chatter as they come through the trees. To humans, it sounds a bit like icicles rattling on tree branches. But to those of us who know Cold, it is unmistakable. And as they are grabbed, I don't know if Flame and Fear want to do something to delay as well. I know that the actual aid came from Hunger, so if not, that's okay. But I want to give you a chance to get in here.
Sorry, repeat that.
I wanted to give you a chance to do something to delay. As we are all together here, I don't want to. I'm trying not to steal the spotlight. Is what I'm trying to do.
Ape together, strong.
But yeah.
I'm cool if you steal the spotlight.
Okay, but I just wanted.
I would love to add in something,
yes,
if that's all right. I would love to add the idea. I've sort of introduced this idea of the search party. And I love the idea that the search party is very close and you can hear it sort of echoing, right? And that was part of what gave that last strength. And perhaps through the woods, we see a misplaced flame. And
that's
so
actually what I was going to say.
Great.
Flame as the hair quickly, as he became smaller to allow Cold to take hold, hops off quickly 20, 30, 40, 100 yards away, and then grows and catches pine needles on fire and allows smoke to lift into the air to distract the search party.
Fear, what would you like to do?
Flame roars brilliantly, and Hunger calls, and Cold howls. Fear moves silently, without calling attention to itself, creeping up most powerfully in those moments, right when safety seemed right there. Hope was so powerful, and then, in a moment, is snatched away, and all that's left is a void. A void for Fear to crawl into and fill completely, until there's nothing left but the shadow, beyond any doubt. That safety was always an illusion, and that there was nothing that could have ever stopped the inevitable fate that is about to occur.
As that void inhabits the mind of the human, their thoughts in one last desperate spot go back to their family. To words of their father. And it is there, in that moment, that Cold's son. And Cold whispers, my son, your father's father, is that which stops you cold in your tracks. You are now in the Queen's embrace as I am. Welcome to the family. As this obsidian knife literally freezes them into a statue, welcoming them into the Queen's family, and stealing some of their warmth for Cold, of course. The human has been captured.
This concludes this part of the business. We will need to bring we will bring the captured human home, if we could call it as such, to Yukiona in a moment. But we have a piece of interpersonal business to address, which is hunger. Ultimately, you did give pity to Cold. Do you use that to reclaim your position as the second most favored among Yukiona, or do you allow things to stay as they are for now?
I am assuming by this time this will have been a long cyclic process of Our Lady's most intimate circle of entertainment that she will keep with her to torture us, her greatest servants and her greatest victories. So, no, he'd know that this is part of the process. And his time will come. Its time will. And besides, Cold is all right.
Okay. You have captured the human. Through the echoes of the woods, you can hear the calls of the others who do not understand this last person of this lineage's intense need to be out in the cold blizzard and fear what has actually come true, that it has become too much. But they are unable. They thought they heard them speak, but they are unable to find them because this human has gone with you to the realm of Yukiona. Flame, as the most favored and the most important in this work, speak of this human, because Yukiona, when she devours a human, it is both the physical warmth but also the sort of spiritual sustenance of the person. What are the passions that this person once held? Who do they love? Speak of whom they last embraced.
Oh, their passions. They were passionate about camping, being in the wilderness. What are all the questions? Passions, who they last embraced?
Yeah, who just sort of right. Yukiona wishes to feed upon the passions that set them aflame. So they loved the outdoors. What else did they love, or who?
They loved the outdoors. They loved their partner dearly. They were together 10 odd years. And that was a flame that kept them going in the wilderness. It wasn't a passion they shared. And the partner always worried. But the human was overconfident in their skills and one thing went wrong, and they were lost and unable to call upon the necessary skills to survive.
And Yukiono takes your face and says, "Oh, Flame, if only you could remember what that would be like." And you can, more than ever, note that there is nothing inside of you, because as she holds on to your beating heart. Cold, you have done something well. Well is perhaps too strong of a word for Yukiono to use, but she has noted that things have shifted again amongst the four of you. What were the greatest challenges the spirits faced in the hunt? Which of the spirits had the strength to overcome it? How will you tell the story of the hunt to Yukiono?
Absolutely. The story of the hunt is one of the tortoise and the hare. It is slow and steady. While I was the last to arrive, I was the one to aid the others, who often may not have made it without the extra help. But we were able to make it in the end, together, through the guidance of Cold and the old teachings the Cold has learned from the Queen herself.
Hunger. Speak of the feast that Yukiono lays before the spirits. Does she allow the ravenous hungers to eat their fill as well?
She would leisurely sit quietly, elegantly, as this air around her just swirls with the faintest dust of snow glistening in the air. She would have her time, eat it well, eat it heartily, and she would have a little bit of the gravy, some part of the bread, some offal, and I'd say 7 rib bones that are left for us.
Look upon the mercy of your queen. She sees that you hunger, and she allows you to hunger just as she does. But today, you will be satisfied.
Mistress is kind, always.
She is aware. Fear. Speak of your boldness. In this boldness, speak of what you dare request from Yukiono as your reward. What is the terrible price you would have to pay to receive it? What does she begrudgingly grant you? She has not forgotten your part in this, Fear.
Fear is little thought of on these hunts until called upon, until somebody needs something. But fear is ever present, always on the edges, always waiting, watching, ready to fill those empty spaces. She knows the value that fear provides, though she may not acknowledge it. It's not fear's place to ask or wonder why she treats fear the way she does. It must be for a reason. It must create some sort of value. The one thing that fear asks as the feast commences is to be allowed to explore as the feast involves both the physical and non-physical aspects of this human, fear asks to be allowed to explore those dark places in this person's mind and their psyche that were unavailable during the hunt, that are only available now as this feast is laid out before all of us and everything is laid bare. Fear wants to see inside. And will always, always be content to sit at the bottom of the ladder, not even a rung, the least important, the least loved, as long as it is able to always explore the darkest places.
Fear, if your mistress grants you this luxury, she will take from you the memory of the flowers. Is this a price that you will pay?
Fear knows that the only way to know its purpose, to be able to drive fear, terror, loneliness into the hearts and minds of the humans we hunt, is to hang on to some shred of those human things, to know what it is to be human, because without the knowledge of what it is to be human, fear can't possibly do its job well, to do what it does. Fear will keep the flowers and languish as always as her least favorite, least loved.
Then the mind of the human is denied to you for today. You will have to satisfy yourself with the remains of the feast. And as the camera pans out, I think we see Yuki Ono eating the flowers, and making eye contact with Hunger, who she does not give any to, and holding the beating heart of Flame in her hand. And for now, Cold, you may sit at the feet of Yuki Ono.
Ooh.
And that is our game.
God damn!
Yes.
Woo! Holy fucking shit.
That was
Suck it,
amazing.
human.
Oh, hell. And Tony, first of all, I think claps for this fucking perfect music that you chose for this as well.
Thank
It
you.
resonated so goddamn well with whatever
Every time-
anyone
Yes.
was saying. It was
Every time
so
we needed
cool.
a chance to think, it felt like it swelled back up, but it was like,
Thank you.
it was really incredible to sort of watch everybody as we sort of start to flesh out the world and the characters, and everyone sort of deepen into the dysfunction. It was really neat to see.
Oh, hell.
I love all of these characters.
Oh,
They
hell.
were-
So much fun.
Amazing to see the sort of the different foils that were going on. Right, you had the pride in Flame and the almost nobility there, inverted with the fear. We'll just say I don't know what the inverse of nobility other than peasantry is.
No,
That feels weird.
It's noblesse oblige at a very irritating level. That's what irritated the fuck out of me. Oh, and you
So-
did it so well, Mika.
was
Holy
so good.
shit. I loved
Morgan, what
it.
I really appreciate about the way that you played Fear is, I think the easy way to play Fear is to play Fear as very fearful. right?
Yeah, so
And
in my mind, like there's like doing it as very fearful, or there's doing it in sort of like really, really, really oppressive, or like
Yeah.
Grim Reaper, like, and I decided to go quiet with it.
yeah, I love
Someone
that.
who
But
is aware of their fear and
Right.
knows that is a power unto itself.
Mm-hmm.
I think the way that it's written in the game, like on a first read through, it's easy to play fear as either dumb or really naive and like new, or very much like a timid spirit in and of themselves. And so it was really neat to see you take a really different direction with that. And I love Flame and how Flame like can't help themselves but do the thing they have to do because they have no heart. Like, right? They have to do the thing. And so everybody hates them for being the favorite, but the cost of being the favorite is you have no ability to make your own choices, you know? It's
And
cool.
he's just so good at whatever the fuck he does. Fucking hell.
It was so good. Right at the right time to see, like,
noblesse,
it was like, well,
noblesse oblige.
this is why Flame is the favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for calling me out, like with the trees, for coming off like almost like he had a heart. I'm like, you're right. Flame wouldn't do that for the trees.
May I say, like, kudos to our storyteller. You were a goddess.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yes.
thank you.
Truly,
You are Yukiona.
fucking amazing, amazingly done.
My disposition is very sunny, and so I enjoy being able to be a little icier. I really, really love the interplay between cold and hunger, and I feel like if we had the backstory of these characters, the two that switch positions the most are cold and hunger, right? Flame has basically got number one on lock.
Fucking,
You know, fear is like not even playing, and it's these two that keep swapping positions, and it's neat to see like one episode in that series.
but I think they almost always had their back more or less.
Mm-hmm.
You know, more or less. And like, because I did flavor it as it was running ahead too fast for it to hear you calling for the...
Yeah, all right, Hunger. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure, didn't hear. Plausible deniability, baby.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, it's so refreshing that I don't have to explain all of this, and because we are all at the same level, it's so nice. I love it. Fantastic.
I also feel like maybe cold was first, right? Like the first thing is the cold, and then we get the hunger, and the sort of idea of like the antithesis of the cold and the fear, like, right? So anyway,
Absolutely. I could chat with y'all about this game for a long time after, but let's go ahead and wrap it here. We can continue chatting more offline. We're just going to go around the horn here and remind folks who you are, where they can find you, and then if you have, we did this a little bit, but I'll give us one more chance to say one thing that either you yourself, but let's say one thing you did and then one thing somebody else did. How about that? We'll go ahead. We started in this order to begin, so let's go ahead and start in that upper left-hand corner with Mika.
Hi, hello. The easiest way to go and just find me is beacons.ai /Mika Macintosh, MIKAMCINTOSH. And then from there you can find all my socials, etc. But next weekend you can also catch me at Gen Con. So I hope to see some of y'all there. And I think I said this on stream already, but Audie, just everything like in the background, your movement, all that you brought, to this experience was very good. Very good. Like you understood the assignment and you brought it out physically. And then
Part of it was the foil that your noblesse oblige brought to the table, Mr. Micah. Fantastic.
also
Fantastic.
just it's such a good phrase, noblesse oblige.
Mhm.
And then one thing we liked that we did.
Mhm.
I liked that I was able to bring in "suck it" and it didn't break the story.
Brilliant.
That's amazing. Morgan, you're up next.
Hi, Morgan. You can always find me in the shadows of the background of the morgue. Thank you. As far as what somebody else did that I enjoyed, I wrote down one thing. I wrote down literally one thing the entire time we were going. And Audie, I believe it was, you said, bones move in ways they should never be moved, and I got so much joy out of that I wrote it in my little notebook. As far as things done by me that I enjoyed, I love to do a little creepy horror narration, and that was basically what I was doing the entire way through. But I managed to say the phrase "fear is a shadow," and it made me happy to say. So
I have to
Thank
say, like, you said that, but I also feel like you embody that. Like, Fear to an extent was just kind of doing its own thing, following everyone else.
Zen
And
calm.
that was nice.
Zen calm. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Awareness of what fear.
Yes. All right, Audie, you're up next.
Fuck. Hello. Hi. I'm Adi MK. You can find me at Noonlight Creations on Instagram. That's NOONLIGHT Creations at Instagram, and Adi MK on YouTube. Not much work has been done there, but things are going to be happening soon. I swear. Hey, I'm starting therapy. Finally, yes, all good things. What a fantastic goddamn experience this has been. I loved every second of it. I was honestly holding my piss for a good hour and 15 minutes because I did not want to step away from the table and miss a thing. Everybody was fantastic. Micah was so... He was the stoic fucking night goddamn rabbit fuck. So well done. And the sass, goddamn. And Morgan with all of the amazingly crafted, visually intricate and beautifully wrought descriptions. As a visual thinker, I felt blessed to have been at the table with my friend. Tony, I think from the first time we played, we always had a vibe, and that continues to this date, and I hope it will continue further. And Calliope, my queen, all hail. All hail.
All hail.
All hail.
And then we'll jump over to Calliope.
I'm happy that I brought you this because it's my favorite game to play, and it was so amazing to play with people who were willing to jump into the role play so intensely. When you were like getting into character, and I'm like, okay, yes. And then Tony's like, I'm gonna match this energy. You know.
I loved it.
And then,
loved
you know,
it.
with Morgan too, like you know, you weren't supposed to play this game with us, and then you did, and it was like, oh, how would we have played it if you weren't there, right? And then there's all this happening, and like the foil of Flame is so great, Mika. So I'm just so pleased. Like I'm going to be thinking about this story in my head, and I really appreciate that. So I'm Calliope, Marianne Cullinan. You can find me doing academic research on role-playing games or playing middle school games with middle schoolers and teaching them, or napping, because that's important too, or being a mom of many children. So, but you can find me at Tabletop EDU or Calliope's Cauldron or at Origins or PAX Unplugged or PAX East. So, or in rural New Hampshire. So come visit. You just ask around and everyone know who I am. There's only like 800 people in the town. Thank you, Tony, for having me. I really appreciate it. It's fun to be back.
Thank you again for running this. I will say, I GM a lot of games, and it is really nice to not GM some of these games. It is awesome to get to do some of the background stuff and not always have to be the one planning the full session and things like that. So thank you so much for coming in and being our storyteller, our frigid queen. It was amazing. And you have...
I do want to just say one more time, if you are somebody who is interested in this game, the 90% of what I said is in this book.
Mm-hmm.
So it really, like, you don't have to be super good. If you want to run this, it doesn't take a lot of prep on anybody's part. That's one of the things I love about it.
It does.
So
at
don't
the same
be intimidated.
time, I know you're being a little humble here. I wanna hammer this home. Maybe the stuff that you said was in the book, but when you said it was always a perfect time, and that's all you.
Thank you.
I love how much you love this game.
Yes.
too.
Yeah, it is so apparent. And Ice Queen Slay. Like, you know.
And
Damn.
Hey, like the play queen. Like the play clean, not queen. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, she is.
And then I want to give a more broad, more informative shout out. Morgan got 30 minutes of prep time before they were on, before she was on with us. That's insane.
Crazy.
Yeah.
There's basically very few players that are willing and able to pull that off. And Morgan, huge props for that. And then to deliver the insanity that you did here on top of that.
Chef's kiss.
Dang.
Chef's kiss. Chef's kiss to all of you. This was
Yeah.
a fantastic goddamn table.
So you can find more of me here on Roll for Respawn, and especially on the One Shot Wonderarium here. And then if you want to find me other places, I'm most of them at Tony Will Edit. So, but in the meantime, go check out To Serve Her Winter Hunger by Calgary Games, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Just wanted to make sure we got that one more time. And with that being said, it's a wild, weird Wonderarium out there. Make sure you take a friend. Bye-bye.